Right now, this second, without warning, Earth disappears, not destroyed, not exploded, just gone. What happens next will haunt you. 17,500 miles per hour. That is how fast the International Space Station hurtles above where Earth once was. One moment it is circling a living world. The next, there is nothing below, just a hole in the black, the curve of continents erased. No warning, no sound, just absence. The astronauts inside feel nothing at first. Their bodies float, weightless as always, but every window looks out on emptiness. No blue, no green, no marble streaked with clouds. Only the after-image of a planet that is not there. Thousands of satellites join the International Space Station in this new, impossible silence. GPS, weather, communications, each one orphaned, stripped of purpose. Their orbits, once tightly choreographed by gravity, dissolve into straight lines. Newton's first law takes over. With no Earth to pull them back, they shoot forward, tumbling into the endless dark. Space debris, scientific outposts, blinking relics of a vanished civilization, all flung outward at the speed they last traveled. A catalog once counted over 8,000 active satellites. Every single one now drifts untethered, their paths no longer circling, but escaping. The numbers lose meaning in the face of so much loss. Moriba Jah calls it orbital shock, the sudden, brutal freedom when the anchor disappears. For 3 seconds, the only sound is the hum of machines and the pulse of blood in astronauts' ears. Then realization sets in. The world is gone. The rules have changed, and nothing, not even the laws of motion, will ever be the same. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long sunlight takes to cross the void from the sun to where Earth once circled. For that brief, impossible stretch of time, the solar system carries on in perfect ignorance. The sun still shines on empty orbit. Venus, Mars, and every planet sweep along their paths, blind to the wound that just opened in their midst. Even the moon, locked in its ancient dance, feels nothing yet. The universe keeps its secrets at the speed of light. In 1676, Ole Romer first measured this cosmic delay, watching eclipses of Jupiter's moon Io slip out of sync as Earth moved farther away. Centuries later, Einstein recast the universe as a fabric, space-time, curved and stretched by mass. Earth was a dimple in that fabric, a deep well that held satellites, the moon, and the oceans themselves in place. Now, in an instant, that well is gone. The rubber sheet snaps flat. Gravity's grip vanishes, but the news of that loss ripples outward no faster than light itself. For 8 minutes and 20 seconds, sunlight still streams toward the empty orbit. Shadows fall where continents used to be. Solar wind blows past a ghost. The sun's gravity, too, takes just as long to catch up. For those 8 minutes, every force, every photon, every gravitational tug behaves as if nothing has changed. The silence is absolute. The ignorance, complete. Only after the 8th minute does the solar system begin to notice the absence. A world erased, nothing left to hold the pieces together. The moon bursts free at 2,288 miles per hour. Not a sound, not a tremor, just motion, pure and relentless. For the first 24 hours, it races through emptiness, covering 54,000 miles. That's twice around the world if the world still existed. No tides, no blue and white companion to circle. Only momentum, inherited from a vanished home. A week passes. The moon has traveled 384,000 miles, the exact distance it once kept from Earth. A memory written in numbers. Now, that familiar gap is just more vacuum. widening every hour. The moon keeps going, silent and unblinking, a traveler with no destination. After a month, it will have crossed 1.6 million miles, farther than any Apollo mission ever dreamed, farther than any human artifact has ever gone. The numbers climb, relentless as the void. Each milestone marks a new chapter in exile, a museum of lost gravity, drifting outward, untethered and alone. The moon, once held in Earth's gentle grip, now becomes a fugitive on a straight-line path, its fate unwritten, but its journey certain. Speed, distance, absence. These are the only companions now. The moon, newly unbound, faces a crossroads, written only in the mathematics of chance. 4 futures spiral out across the solar system, each one a different kind of exile. First, the moon becomes a minor planet, circling the sun alone. It carves a path just outside the orbit where Earth once traveled, a pale stone among giants, never quite belonging. Second, Mars waits ahead, its gravity a hunter's snare. If the moon passes close enough, it could be caught, yoked as a new and massive moon, a stranger among smaller, ancient companions. Third, Jupiter, the great disruptor. Its pull is a slingshot, ruthless and precise. One near pass and the moon is hurled outward, velocity multiplied, flung beyond the sun's reach, lost to interstellar space. Fourth, the asteroid belt, a graveyard of shattered worlds. Here, a collision is possible. The moon could break apart, its fragments scattered, its story ended in silence and dust. Astrophysicists run simulations, 10,000, 100,000. Most roads point outward. Jupiter's gravity, relentless in its influence, sends the moon flying free more often than not. The numbers favor exile, so the path is chosen, the moon as a rogue, slipping from the solar system, carrying the last footprints of humanity into the dark between stars. One fate among many, but the loneliest of all. The moon drifts on, carrying a museum no one will ever visit. Scattered across its surface are 6 American flags, their colors faded by 50 years of sunlight. Lunar rovers, silent and dusted, wait for drivers who will never return. Footprints pressed into gray regolith are sharper than any fossil, untouched by wind or rain. The Apollo 11 plaque still gleams in the vacuum, its words unchanged. We came in peace for all mankind. Every artifact, every boot print, every scrap of metal is frozen in time. There is no atmosphere to rust or erase. There is no weather to bury or break. Only the slow, relentless sandblasting of micrometeoroids, and 1,000,000 years to wear down a single letter. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter's cameras once mapped these relics in detail. Now the moon itself becomes the archive. A tombstone adrift. At 2,288 miles per hour, the moon escapes the solar system's grip. The nearest star, Proxima Centauri, lies more than 4 light-years away. At this speed, the journey would take tens of millions of years. In all that time, the moon holds its silent cargo, the last museum of a vanished world. 4.5 billion years of geology, gone in a heartbeat. The slow grinding of continents, the birth and death of mountains, the silent layering of stone. 3.8 billion years of evolution, erased without a trace. No fossils, no coral reefs, no forests or feathers or fur. 200,000 years of humanity vanished. Every ancestor, every child, every city, 8 billion lives, each one a universe of memory and hope, snuffed out in the same instant. Every thought ever thought, every word ever written. every song ever sung, the entire record of what it meant to be alive, to be conscious, to wonder, to love. Obliterated, the universe does not pause. The stars do not blink. The sun burns on, untroubled. In this vast machinery, our loss is unmeasured. The moon drifts on, carrying the only evidence that any of this ever happened. The rest is silence. Now the moon drifts, a museum, a memorial, a tombstone. Every trace of us is sealed in dead dust, wandering forever. The universe does not notice, but somewhere a cold rock remembers. Oblivion waits for every world. What other cosmic scenarios should we explore? Subscribe for more.